Do you ever just go to bed at night thinking about trigonometry? Me too.
Trigonometry is founded in astronomy, which began with the study of the motion of the sun through the use of the shadow stick. This is the origin of time. And from sometime around about 2000 BC, Chinese astronomers, Babylonian astronomers, and later Hindu astronomers compiled detailed records of the stars. Sometime around 6th century BC, Pythagoras develops the pivotal Pythagorean theorem. 300 years later, Euclid becomes the father of geometry. Then Archimedes furthers geometry through the use of primitive calculus to discover the area of the circle, surface area, and volume of spheres. Hipparchus uses the first known table of chords to discover the equinox, and later Menelaus compiles a book of spherical proportions, which leads us to the year of 85 AD, the birth year of Claudius Ptolemy. Ptolemy was a Greek astronomer. In fact, he was the most influential Greek astronomer of his time. He authored Syntaxis Mathematica, which is commonly known as Algorithms, and dominated astronomical thought for 1500 years. Building upon the mathematicians and astronomers before him, he authored a new table of chords which he used to develop the property of cyclic quadrilates. This enabled the calculation of sums and products of chords, which today is known as Ptolemy's theorem. Now, if you convert the chord expressions to modern notation, you have the origins of the trigonomic identities. Perhaps more interestingly is what you get when you apply Ptolemy's theorem to the pentagon. This leads us to the Islamic Golden Age, where Abu Ja'far al-Mansur establishes Baghdad, founds the House of Wisdom, sends missionaries to search for knowledge, and thanks to the newfound technology of paper, texts on mathematics, astronomy, science, and philosophy are translated into Arabic. It's in the House of Wisdom that Abdul-Wafar establishes the relationships of sums, differences, fractions, and multiples of angles. Profoundly, he combined the sine, versine, and cosine from astronomical studies with the tangent and cotangent from the study of sundials, and he was the first to make the radius equal 1, which leads us to the identities.
Well, that's great. But how does that help me?
Well, without trigonometry we don't have navigation, which means Christopher Columbus doesn't discover the New World. James Cook doesn't discover Australia. Neil Armstrong doesn't land on the moon. Voyager doesn't slingshot around the planets to discover the limits of our own sun. We don't have the wave function, which means no radio, no phone, no internet. We don't have wave theory, which is fundamental to our understanding of the world. No optics means you don't have glasses, so you probably can't even see. It's fair to say that trigonometry has been used in nearly every technological progression for almost the last 2,000 years, making it, without exaggeration, one of the most important mathematical principles for the progression of man. And it was Ptolemy who played a pivotal role to finding the keys to unlocking trigonometry. Now it has to be said that there is something serendipitously poetic about how the amalgamation of our desire to understand time and the stars has led us to the language of discovery that is trigonometry.